As we come to the end of the Mental Health Awareness Month, I thought we would look through how social media affects us mentally. According to the most recent statistics by the Ministry of Health, 14 million Ugandans are battling mental health challenges. That is 33% of the Ugandan population. Remember, 80% of the population are people below 35 years. That is literally the youth. When we talk about 33% of the population, if I'm to break it down for you, it means for every 3 people you meet, 1 of them is battling mental health challenges. It can be you. So if you are a family of 9 people, 3 people in that family, that might be you and other 2 people, have mental health challenges. Maybe they are battling depression, anxiety, or any other disorders. Why am I relating it to social media? According to the report by Facebook of 2021, the most numbers on Facebook are the people between the age 24 and 35. And I do not even want to mention these other social media platforms. TikTok, you can just check through how many young people are there and they're trying to create content. So what does social media do to us in terms of our mental wellness? There are around 4 stressors which can easily trigger us and can push us into depression, anxiety, or insecurities, which definitely leads to different mental disorders. The very first one is the highlight reel. So the highlight reel, we all know it. This is where we all post our best moments. On Instagram, you're scrolling, everyone is doing something. It is so hard, or it is just in very few occasions where people post their hard times. Most of us are posting our best moments. Now the challenge comes when you're on social media and you are comparing somebody's high moments, somebody's best moments with your behind scene. For example, this very past week has been a week of graduation. So, a hashtag is trending on Twitter, graduation 2022. So as you scroll down into these pictures, somehow you see your OB, a guy who was 3 classes below you, and he has graduated. And somehow you have gotten a few challenges here and there, tuition, some JDR, maybe some random lecturer who's making it so hard for you. And you think, wait, this young boy just graduated and I'm here, Somehow you feel you're not doing anything with your life. Do you get what I mean? And if you continue into this, you can easily get depressed. People are posting what they want you to see, not what is going on in their lives. People are posting the results. They're not posting the process. So don't look at somebody's result and you compare it with your process, because definitely it won't be good for your mental health. The second stressor is what I would love to call currency, social currency. So currency is the value we attribute to any product or service. So it can be Ugandan shillings, it can be dollars, it can be euros, name it. But on social media, its currency is the likes, the comments, and the shares. And it is very good when you are selling products like shoes, clothes, you're promoting a company, or there is a cause you're trying to promote, name it. The challenge is most of us are the products. On our social media platforms, all we are posting is us. What we ate, where we went, how we look, you know what I mean. So the challenge comes when we do not get the likes or the shares or the comments we expected. We are literally giving people the power to value us, since we have turned into the products. And why would you give a person, actually strangers you do not even know, the power to attribute value to you? As a person, would your value be related to the likes or comments or shares you get? And trust me, if it's not you, you know at least someone who has pulled down their post or their picture because it did not get the likes she expected or he expected. And trust me, with that, it can cause you depression. Because, I mean, we take 1,000 selfies, you sit down to choose the best three, then you look for the very best moment when you're going to post it, and we keep checking how many likes so far, how many comments. When we don't get what we expect, it hits us. It hits us into anxiety, it hits us into depression, and definitely no one really deserves to pass through that. My third stressor is what I would call FOMO, fear of missing out. At least as a person, you agree with me that at one point you have thought of deleting or leaving your social media platforms. As a person, I've thought about it. But what comes in your mind is, I will miss out. Especially in this era where you meet a person and when you exchange numbers, the next question is this the number on WhatsApp? You know what I mean? So it is really very hard that you can end up leaving your social media platforms, or you can leave social media for good. But that fear of missing out actually affects us mentally. If you are the type who has ever looked at your friend's status and you realize a pic, maybe they went out, and your next question or next thing is in your mind is, so you went out minus me. Why didn't you tell me? I think you know what I'm talking about. So social media at times gives us all that pressure to feel like we have to be there, you know. We are missing out an opportunity, we are missing out an event, or we are supposed to attend everything going on. Just because your friend attended, your cousin attended or something, you think you also were supposed to be there. And that can actually cause unnecessary anxiety. And my next stressor is online harassment. And this, the levels of which it happens are really high. It doesn't matter the gender, anyone. You can check through, people get mean comments on a daily. And with women, it is worse, because 1 in every 3 women have been harassed online. And this has forced a lot of women to quit some social media platforms, maybe Twitter, maybe Facebook, because of these different mean comments. And you'll be there and say, but it is just one mean comment. No, it is not just one mean comment, because one micro moment, when it happens over and over again, it becomes a macro problem. So that time when you are typing something mean to a person, you don't know where they are mentally, you don't know which situation they are in, you can actually force them into total depression, them start having suicidal thoughts. Because as I said, if for every 6 people you meet, at least 2 people are battling mental challenges, it is a very big number. So it can be very possible that the line between a person and committing suicide is actually you. And in that time, you just do that selfish mean comment, which is going to push them, which is going to force them into their lives. It can be directly or indirectly when you do not know. So I think us being more careful, being more empathetic as we make our different comments is the better. But then, when I say all this, you might think I'm telling you to quit social media. For starters, research shows that minimally we spend 3 hours, 143 minutes, that's literally 2 hours and 45 minutes on social media. And trust me, that is a very long time. We even don't eat for 3 hours in a day. So for something you're doing for 3 hours every day, it means it can affect your life. It can, it is a consumption. You're consuming something. It can really affect your mental health. So when I say all this, you might think maybe I'm telling you to quit social media. And as a person, I love it. And now I won't even start to tell you to abstain from social media because it is not an option. But you can make your social media experiences more better and safe. And look through. When you are watching when you're watching a Samsung TV and there is a boring show there, you do not blame Samsung for the show to be boring and not interesting. It's not their problem. It's the same thing. We cannot blame Facebook or Twitter or Instagram for the mean comments. That actually there is nothing like a dark side of social media, but there is the dark side of people. And that's what we are dealing with. Because Facebook or Twitter doesn't tell anyone to make the comment they are making. It is you. It is your dark side as a person, which makes you see a happy couple, and what comes in your mind is it will end in tears. You know what I mean? It is your dark side, your insecurity, that make you pull down a post or a picture you just posted because it didn't get the likes you expected. It is the dark side in you that sees a happy person and all you think about is, why are they not wearing makeup? It is your insecurity. It is because you are so insecure to show yourself without makeup that you are projecting it to that person. It has nothing to do with that person, but everything to do with you. So as we try to make sure that social media is safe for us for the sake of our mental health, I think it is very important to check ourselves in and we try to heal. We try to heal all these, the anger, all these things we have. And you would say at times I have bad days. And I won't tell you that bad days won't happen. You have your bad days. But then how are you going to deal with those bad days? And you do not project your insecurities, your mean comments, your anger to other people. To control our bad days as we protect our mental health calls us to diet our consumption on social media. Just the same way as we mind about what we eat, that I want to eat this, I want to do this, it's the same thing with social media. Because as I said, for something which takes you 3 hours and more, you have to mind about what you are consuming. So you can tell your triggers, you can realize your triggers on social media. You might say, okay, when I go to this person's page, I get anger, Maybe this person annoys you according to their dress code. And why are you still following them? Why? Because if these people are affecting your mental health, guess what? You can unfollow. You can unfollow. And you are so free to do it. Some of the posts, if they trigger you, scroll down, Keep going. Don't waste your time there because you need to protect your mental health. And learn to block people. It does not matter. What I can tell you, a secret I can give you, just because a person is your friend outside in real life, it does not mean they need to be your friend on social media, because we have friends who are really very good people in person, but they are terrible people online. And you are free to not accept their friend requests. You are free to unfollow them. You are free to block them. We can talk about family members. We all have those toxic aunties, those toxic uncles. We all have those people in the family who are not good for your mental health. So you are free not to be friends with them online. You're free. You're free to block. You're free to unfollow. Just to be you. And at times, I have had a person tell me celebrities trigger her. Wherever she looks at these people, she's thinking, okay, these people keep reminding me of all the things I do not have. And trust me, my answer was just unfollow them. She's now having an amazing experience online because she's not seeing all those different things which were triggering her. So I can tell you the same. As you protect your mental health, as you try to heal, you're free to block people, you're free to unfollow them. And something very important, as you protect your mental health, just know people are also sick. If 2 in 6 people you meet are battling mental health, it requires you to be more empathetic, to show a little more love, because people are passing through so much, and you wouldn't want you to be the reason why someone would commit suicide. You wouldn't want to be the reason why one ends her life or his life.